Hi, I'm Steve Craig, and I've been asked to talk a little bit about deep cleans, the difference between a normal departure clean and an annual deep clean. The biggest problem is most people think that a departure clean is like a deep clean, but it isn't. To deep clean every unit, every checkout day, the need for people and resources and time would be just staggering. So every vacation rental company has to decide what they're going to clean on a departure and what they're not going to clean, in the hopes that the result is a high enough level of acceptability for the arriving guest. In a bathroom, for example, on a departure clean, almost everything is cleaned that is done on an annual clean, because bathrooms need to be our highest standard of cleaning. About the only thing that isn't done on a departure clean is the washing of walls and ceiling vents, that kind of thing. But the tub, the shower, the toilet, the sinks, they are all totally decontaminated and totally cleaned. Probably the biggest difference between a departure clean and an annual clean in most companies is what we do to a bed. For example, on a departure clean, we make sure we vacuum up and under the bed, and obviously we change the linens and make sure the mattress pad is clean. But on an annual clean, we totally disassemble the bed, clean the bed rails, flip the mattresses and box springs, and then put them back in place, remake the bed, and move on. The bed is moved away from the wall and it's detail vacuumed along the frame, between the frame and the wall. The same thing for heavy furniture, heavy bureaus, dinettes, things that one person can't move during a normal cleaning. They try to vacuum around them as best they can on a departure clean, but once a year at least, and preferably twice a year, you need two people to pull these things away from the wall and do a very, very detailed cleaning, not only along the carpet, but the dust and lint gathers on the wall behind those items, and this needs to be cleaned. The greatest difference is in a kitchen. On a departure clean, we do not take every dish out of every cabinet. We don't move out the refrigerator. We don't move out the stove. And all these things are done on a deep clean. Every dish is taken out of the cabinet and cleaned. The pots and pans are all scoured to make sure they're spotless and perfect. Dishes are all checked to make sure they're clean and that none are cracked and chipped. And usually even a part of the deep clean is a detailed inventory of what needs to go back into the unit. So the bottom line is, please don't have the understanding that a departure clean is like a deep clean. It's not. It's a system of items to be cleaned that keeps the unit reasonably appealing to the arriving guest, but in no way is a substitute for what needs to be done once or twice a year. Sometimes people say, well, why do I have to do all that if the guest isn't fussing? Well, guests do fuss, but as a unit owner, you should want to do an annual clean, because those areas behind refrigerators and stoves get very funky and built up with food if they're not cleaned. They attract pests and vermin. And the biggest problem is they can very easily cause odors in your house that are going to be very unappealing when guests checks in. I hope that explains a few things. Let me know. Send Meyer Real Estate any questions and I'll be happy to answer them.